and welcome back to my channel. Merry December, because that sounded a little bit Australian. This is the first time I'm talking to you in December, so I'd just like to say, are you excited? If I think back to this time last year, I was a whole lot more in the Christmas zone than I am this year. This year, however, is a little bit of a different story because I have a lot going on at the moment. I am coming to the end of my term at university before we break up for Christmas, and although that does sound very exciting, it's not all that exciting when you have deadlines to catch up for January when you go back. Whose idea was that, really? Like, come back to university after a nice time enjoying Christmas holidays. Oh, could everyone please give in their work for, you know, those 2 deadlines which we've got this month? I cannot wait to be writing my dissertation over the Christmas holidays. I'm just so excited, and it has been making me a little bit stressed. I've been talking to my parents about how much I envy people who just have a full-time job and that is it, because it means that they can get their shit done in the day, get paid for it, come home and relax, whereas in my whole situation, you're not getting paid to go to university, you're paying lots of money to go to university. Once you're there, you're studying, you come home, you can't relax because you've got to do some work. It's kind of like giving birth to a child. You start off and it's a little bit iffy because you don't know which university to go to. You're like, do I want to be pregnant? I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna get it done with. And then you get pregnant, and then you have to push until the end of the year. When you finally do push the baby out, you have this beautiful thing called a degree, and you love it and cherish it because you know how much hard work it was to make it. Where am I going with this story? But I honestly did have that conversation with my mum. I was like, I really just want to do something and earn money for it and just live my life now. I'm so bored of education. And she was like, Ellie, you are going to regret that so bad once you start working and hating your life. And so who knows what I will feel like about university when I leave it. The main thing that does calm me down and keep me happy and sane is YouTube and you lot. That sounds cheesy as heck, but if I'm not watching YouTubers to calm me down and keep me happy, I'm making content or talking to you guys, and that really does keep me sane. And I know that my channel is going to be a little bit affected within the last final months of me being in education, and can we just please just think about that? I'm in my last final months of education. That's mental to me. It might have to just be weekly for a little while, and then a lot of stuff maybe all of a sudden. The main point of this is being me saying thank you for keeping me sane and probably helping me to get this degree. You are one of the main reasons why I've got it. I have something that I can do that isn't uni related and friend related. It's like me time, but you're involved in it, so it's kind of like sex. A lot of you are probably, maybe if you're good girls and boys, revising for your exams coming up, which are actually coming up really soon. However, I'm going to be talking about an app which I wish I had as a youngling when I was your age and I was studying for all my exams, because I never did exams in college or university. I did very practical courses. So my last exams I ever did was GCSEs, and that was in school, so that was like maths, science, religious education. I did business studies, I did cooking, I did child development, and I basically just got taught to read straight from a book. And there was a few like computer games you could play, different quizzes you could do online, but I never had a smartphone. A lot of you may want to try out this app. If any of you know how this is actually pronounced, and I've just completely slaughtered the name, I'm so sorry, but I think it's pronounced Gojimo, and if it is, then I'm so happy because that is probably the most nicest sounding word ever, and I'm gonna call it that because it's the nice sounding word ever. Gojimo! It's like you're cheering on someone called Jamo in a race. Gonna do a bit of camera reception right now just so I can show you the app. So the app itself is here, Gojimo. You click on it and it takes you to some place called Gojimo. And the thing I really like about it is the amount of qualifications options it gives you in all different types of countries. You really need to download it to understand how much stuff it has on it, but every qualification has a different topic, a different subject, a different format of questions, random questions, but it can also give you specific questions in case you're lacking in some area of your subject. I tried to do a load of subjects which I remember I was good at when I was younger. Couldn't really think of many, if I'm honest. I wasn't so good anymore. So I texted one of my friends and I said, hey, have I ever like spoken about something and you're like, she knows a lot about that? And they replied saying, reproduction. I apparently know a lot about sex education. Not physically like I know a lot about sex, but like the ins and outs. The ins and outs. But I got what they meant because obviously I do these videos sometimes every now and again about it, and I love talking about it. Like, that sounds stupid as heck, but it used to interest me as a kid as well. I took child development, but I liked knowing about babies and how they were made and the stuff that normal people wouldn't want to know. But that was me at the front of the class, like, I want to know all the answers to that, please tell me more. And the closest I could find to what I'm trying to talk about that I may know some knowledge on was found somewhere in the qualification section, and then under biology, oh crap, that means you're downloading it. I already downloaded it. It gets put up here, and then it gets put into something called your bookcase, and so if you need to go back to it, you can do that really easily. So you can have a random test, you can have a select topic test, and there is your progress report. And for me, I'm going to do select topic because biology, whew, that's a very complex topic, and I only know about sex apparently. So here we go. Goodness me, I'm quite scared. Question number 1. This is a lovely way to start. What is the liquid ejaculated by the male during sexual intercourse called? I think the answer is semen. How often is an egg released from the ovaries? Oh, this is an easy peasy question. Definitely gonna have to say once a month for this one, and if I'm wrong, then holy Hannah Montana, there is something wrong with me. And then here's the little explanation thing. And then when you're done, you go to the bottom of the page and hit continue. Simple as pie. Which type of cell division produces 4 daughter cells with half the amount of DNA as the parent cell? I'm gonna have to plunge in with this one down here. Yeah! The next question is, what occurs on days 14 to 28 of the menstrual cycle? A. Egg releases from follicle into oviduct. B. Ovaries release estrogen. C. Menstruation. Or D. Corpus luteum releases progesterone. Well, I couldn't even read the last answer, so I'm not gonna pick that one. Egg released from follicle into oviduct. I'm gonna say that one because I think that's what it is. Oh, okay, it was the one that I couldn't read, so I probably should have just picked it because it sounded clever. The next question is, how many chromosomes does a haploid human cell contain? Is it 0? Is it 12? Is it 46? Is it 23? I'm just gonna take a big whopping guess and say 23. Yay! I must have found that in the back of my brain from some science teacher somewhere out there. So then it gives you your results, and as you can see here, you scored 4 out of 5, 80%. So down here it will just bring down all your past results, and then it will tell you if you're improving or not. I don't know everything, okay? That's something you gotta know when you're doing these exams. We can't know everything. Teachers seem to think we do, but we don't. I will leave you guys a link to the app in the description box below in my boobies. I know that it's getting harder and harder to tell students to open books and revise now. We like technology, we have phones, we have laptops, we have tablets. I was having a look at the English section and they had loads of like Romeo and Juliet, or they had loads of Macbeth, Lord of the Flies, or Animal Farm. They had so many different stories. Might be useful to some of you. So that's my little way of giving back something which may help you as you guys help me with my education. So thank you very much for watching, guys. These are my hairy balls. Fits quite nicely in with the theme of this topic. Kinda. Does it? Probably not. It's not very scientific. And I love you so much. I will see you for a brand new video very shortly, and make sure you're choosing happiness, because then happiness will choose your faces. Follow me on all my social networking sites, which are down there in my cleavage and description box below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and you will be notified every time I make a new video. Bye guys! Money to make these taste testing videos, but like, you send it to me. Oh, she's even done a list. What is in this box? Biscreme, crepe, frites, thin jelly bombs, cornet. They look delicious. I literally thought she'd eaten like half a chocolate bar and then given me the other half, but no, that's actually a full chocolate bar.